A message from the management. Eating and drinking while viewing these videos is not advised. Please be aware you do so at your own risk. Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. I've just scrolled all the way to the bottom and it took forever, so I think you might need to buckle in. Get a Diet Coke or some water. Right, who are these people? Cole said. I answered her because I hadn't seen her comment, or I didn't think she'd comment before, and she probably wouldn't see the comments video. Elizabeth. Like, no. They are her grandmother and granddaughter. Please get your facts right, Jules. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I will sit on the naughty step. She's funny, isn't she, Sassy? Everyone's laughing at you, Elizabeth. Not laughing at you, laughing with you. I'll shut up now, I'm digging a hole. Wigging out. The dynamic between Lisa and Brooke is the exact same as between... Oh, have I answered this one already? I have. I thought it sounded familiar. Oh, maybe I had... Why did I miss the other one then? Right. James. Hi Jules, love you. Love you. I'm crap on Instagram, James. I need to get it on the iPad, because otherwise I can't see what you've said. But I saw your thing. You went to a really cool, what did you say it was? Cowboy something Indian something shop. It was really cool. Had loads of I'd spend ages in a place like that, mooching about looking for stuff. Is anyone going to use the chat room? We need a proper chat room, don't we? But like I said, I could make a group on Facebook, but then that means you're having to go somewhere else, and that's just stupid. We'll have to think about it, won't we? Jules, who are the cool looking folks to your right dumping rice on you guys? Can you tell the story on your video? Would love to know about the day. You look so happy. Oh, thank you. It was confetti, not rice, but some people did bring rice and wang it at us, and it hurts. Really hurts. Alright, let me bring up the picture. Everyone will know what I'm talking about then. Why do I get an itchy nose when I start this? Right, this was Jed and I's wedding day. He was laughing because he has a problem with his knee and he can't straighten his leg, and everyone kept saying, stand up straight, Jed, stand up straight. And it's like, fuck off, I can't. My flowers were made by a girl I work with called Kath, and she did such a good job. And I put them on the side at the wedding reception, and when I went to get them to bring them home, someone had nicked one of the flowers out of it, and they were dried flowers, so I wanted to keep it forever. And I have got it put away somewhere, but it was really annoying when I noticed that someone had taken it, and it's like, if that was my mum, but I'm actually thinking it may be someone else. So the day, if my mum hadn't have been there, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. But Jed stayed on camp. I went and stayed with a friend. I'll talk about her later. And my cousin Linda was out cleaning the car that I was going in while I was cooking breakfast for everyone. And it's like, this isn't what your wedding day's supposed to be, is it? I was the last one to get in the shower. Everyone hogged the hot water. Anyhow, so then we got there to the registry office, and they said to Jed, who are you? And he said, I'm the groom. And I went, but you're supposed to be 23. And he's like, I am 23. I've just had a hard life. It was so funny. And then his dad, bless him, he brought the camcorder. And when I was signing the register, I looked up and all I saw was a camcorder. And I went, oh, what's that? And a friend of ours went, that's Jed's dad. Funny. Yeah, that was just about after I'd said, who the heck, what? No, please don't film me. So, that girl there was such a lovely girl. I met her in 95 and she was in the shed opposite me. And we got on really well, and I cannot for the life of me think of her name. This is Esther, who was Wolfie's girlfriend, but Wolfie's gay. Never told anybody, hid it the whole time he was there. And it's like, what the hell? Do you know what I mean? He knew he could trust us two with anything, but he obviously didn't feel safe enough to come out at Butlins. And her there, she shall not be mentioned, she was my best friend at the time, and I asked her to be godmother to Travis, and she was a twat, and everything went downhill, so I don't talk to her anymore. And that was that was in the club where we met everybody afterwards. And then my mother said, "Oh, I booked you a hotel for the night." And it's like, I didn't want to go to a hotel. We're on a fucking holiday camp. I don't want to go anywhere. I booked you a room with a sea view. It's like, I see the fucking sea every day. "Oh, but I didn't pay them. You'll have to pay them and I'll give you the money back." And she never did. So we ended up having to go to a hotel that we didn't want to go to and pay for it ourselves. But thankfully, when we got back, she'd fucked off. My mother-in-law was still there, so we went out the next night with them. But all in all, we had a good day. It was quick, I've told you before. We met. After 17 days, he asked me to marry him. And it was 9 weeks from the day we met to from our first date to the wedding. Would have been 8 weeks, but his dad couldn't make it that date, so we pushed it back a week. But yeah, and here we are, 29 years later, still laughing every day. I belly laugh every day. He says something stupid. Does something stupid. But yeah, and it's like we were with each other 24/7 at Butlins, and then when we moved here, he was working, and then he broke his back, and then so he's home with me all the time. And it's like, you look at Lisa and she's like, "Oh, how I coped after my husband's retirement." And it's like, what would you do if he was there all day, every day, all the time? You'd probably kill him. I can't be doing with it. But if you've got any specific questions, we ended up falling out with Wolfie as well. That was really sad. Found him on Facebook, was chatting to him and everything, and there was a conversation going on his page, and there were two of his friends talking, and it came up somehow. They were talking about HIV and AIDS, and how it wasn't their responsibility to tell someone that they had HIV. It was the other person's responsibility to ask. And I didn't understand that. That made no sense to me. And I was like, fuck's sake, if I had thrush, I'd tell somebody. Do you know what I mean? And Wolfie's friends got really narky with me, and he took their side and blocked me. And I haven't spoken to him since. And it's quite sad, really, because we were really close at Butlins. I mean, we were there one night. When we got together, when Jed and I got together, we asked for a double chalet shed, and we moved from Conway, it was called, to Woodlands, and we just moved in and we just got things sorted, and we were sitting down having a cup of tea. And the next thing, Wolfie comes bounding through the door going, "Surprise! I'm your new neighbour." And I think, like I said, he felt safe with us, which is why I don't understand why he didn't tell us he was gay back then. But anywho, so he moved into the chalet next to us, so we shared a wall. And one night, Jed could hear him making weird noises and coughing, so he bounded in, and he was choking, and Esther stood there going, "I don't know what to do." So Jed did the Heimlich manoeuvre, and he coughed up whatever the fuck it was. So that was that. And then there was another night, Jed and I were in our room, and he had hiccups, and he was driving himself insane, and me. And I said to him, "Hold your breath," and he wouldn't. And I said, "Try this," he wouldn't do that. So he was lying there, and the next thing, I sort of looked straight into his face and screamed, and then he screamed because I screamed. Then Morphy came bounding in going, what's up, what's happening? And Jed's like, stupid cow, she's trying to fucking kill me. And I said, but have your hiccups gone? And he was like, yeah. I said, well, shut up then. But yeah, they were fun days. I loved. We always reminisce about Butlins, and it's just really sad that we don't talk to him anymore. Maybe one day. But it's hard, isn't it, when you haven't spoken to someone for years to start a conversation again. But yeah, if you've got any questions, just ask. I'll tell you anything. I'm an open book. Shouldn't she have just said she's coming to us from the animal's toilet and isolation chamber? You're insane.
Hey guys, I'm coming to you from my closet. I am getting ready, obviously.
Oh, how true that is. I love that she wants people that she disrespects on the daily to put her reckless job interview bullshit in their thoughts and prayers. Narcs love to bring up God, religion, praying, blessings. Why? I don't know, but they do, don't they?
Please give good thoughts. Like, this job would be the job of all jobs.
This job would be the job of all jobs because it's at a plastic surgeon's and I could get so much work done. It's never, I really want to work for this company or anything like that. It's what she can get out of it. That's Narcs for you. Al McKenney. So what happens when a channel is reported? If it gets enough reports, I'm assuming something will be done. I've asked them a gazillion times and they've said to me, these are the rules. If you think they're breaking the rules, report the channel and we'll look into it. And if we find that they're breaking the rules, then we'll do something about it. But I was looking on Social Blade and something else, and I think she got around 80,000 subscribers all in a slap. And it's like, if that doesn't ring bells somewhere, do you know what I mean? It's so obvious it's fake, it's bought. Report her and see if that's what you want to do. But I'm sick of fucking telling YouTube. Hannah, will there be the Friday haul tonight, Jules? I think there was. I hope there was, Hannah. Jane, interesting, isn't it? So it's like is it Social Blade? Yeah, if you go to Social Blade and look where it says her subscribers for the month or something, whoop, and it's like, really? And they don't think it's strange. Donna, thank you. I like the little emojis. MJ Brownlee, I'm sure Lisa's charisma and sharp wits is what won her all those new subscribers, and don't forget her wisdom on all things carnivore. If you buy that, I've got an oceanfront property in Arizona. Cool, I like living by the sea. I'll buy it. How can they see that and not see a problem with it? I don't understand. Nancy, no, ain't buying that all meat look, me so pretty diet or those other fly-by-night products she's famous for providing. The purchase links and very little product information. Oh, you all came here from my lives. No, there wasn't 80,000 people at your live. Oh, and from my carnivore videos, really. I keep saying it and keep saying it. She wants to be a life coach. Like someone else said, she can't even open a fucking box. How? She doesn't know how to cross the road. How can she be a life coach? Elizabeth, yeah, my favourite Jules video. Comments from all my friends. It's cool, isn't it, Elizabeth? I love it. Donna, this female just likes to act as though she's so special. She is in her own mind, Donna. Jane, that's basically it. Nothing more to be said. It's the truth, isn't it, Jane? James, everyone at the end of the day, in essence, is special and important and in an odd way beautiful. She just can't put a cap in it and know when enough is enough. And this insane narcissist has blossomed before our eyes in the last 15 years. Yep, gone from bad to worse. Lured. I want to slap her with a wet fish. It'd make a great noise, wouldn't it? Doopy-doo. God, where's the thing? Hannah. Thank you, Jules. I was so bored. Lying in bed for days now due to a lung infection, so this makes my day. Oh, get well soon, Hannah. That's horrible. It's like coughs and anything to do with that. It's like the pain when you try. No, that's not nice. I'll try and keep one up a day so that you've got something to do, but I hope you're up and about soon, Hannah. Hope you feel better soon. Jules will put a bright spot in anyone's day. Oh, bless you, Bonnie. Or too burnt to a crisp. Was this supposed to be somewhere else, Jane? Jane, I hope you feel better soon. Hannah, thank you. Oh, you saw that. Good. Elizabeth, hope you feel better soon. Whoops. See, this is what we like. Hannah, yes please do the messed up video again. I will do. I've got the, what is it, Palm Springs luxury haul thing to do, and then it'll be that Friday haul that I messed up, and then whatever new she's doing. Elizabeth, interested. Me too. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Elizabeth. Oh, for me doing things right. I was wondering if people would find it too miserable or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like too navel gazing or whatever. But I thought if I tell stories of my mother and what happened to me growing up, people might see their parent or their husband or whatever in my mother and see the signs and be able to do something about it early and get the hell out of Dodge. Hannah, she annoys me the moment I see her face. Yep, me too. Bonnie agrees with you. So does Lavanity. She's got that type of face, hasn't she? Brooke, oh my god, fun and new, so I can't show it. Dumb. Thought it was for us. Exactly. Oh, I don't want anyone to see it until I wear it. Like I said, I hope she tried it on. I'm going to call you Mojo. Because it's easier to say Mojo than Joe. Anyway, Jules, I don't know what I'd do without you. You're so witty, snarky, so am I. Cool. Best from Louisiana. Ah, what a cool place to live. She and her first world problems, I know. Do you know, that's really cool. You've got an accordion and a saxophone. Both my uncles played accordion. My dad is a clarinet and saxophone player, and I play clarinet and saxophone, so that's really cool. Thank you. Doopy-doopy-doo. Brooke, Lisa, you're an older lady. How about that? I know, she's talking as if she's still a teenager. Wanda, I was thinking the same thing. They probably were the same age. Jane, 65. It'd either be you or Elizabeth that'd get in. Brooke, right, so rude of her to say that. Shake my head. Elizabeth, well done, Jane. You're like a tag team, you two. Actually, Jane, I've now decided on 85. Peg, once again, Lisa Dunn1 doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. Diane von Furstenberg has always carried herself well. Just because Lisa Dunn1 came across DVF when Lisa was an older woman, she makes this comment because it all refers back to Lisa. What was she saying? She had a questionable past. What was that about? I meant to look it up, and then it's like I don't want to read through a whole biography of a woman just to find what the fuck Lisa was going on about. Elizabeth, P.S. You are beautiful, Jules, and we are all here to help you, Christine, in any way you can. You can, we can. Thank you, Elizabeth. Got my own little fan club here. It's great. Maya, regarding the Brooke Does Lisa's Makeup video, it was so sad how she didn't smile much or laugh. and acted like she was being forced to do that and not fun at all. I'm sure I'm the millionth one to say that, but it's just so sad to me. The difference looking at her in this video, all happy and smiley, you know Brooke felt it. Exactly. Love you, Jules. You're the best. Thank you, Maya. I know, that's the thing, but she doesn't care that Brooke would have been upset. She's not asked. It's all about her. And it is really sad, and I have been Brooke, so I know how Brooke feels. Hannah, I tried to find that video that Brooke had her birthday and there were 2 bikes. Oh yeah, Lisa had to have one. Brooke can't have fuck all to herself, but Mama needs one too. One for Brooke and of course one for Lisa. I wish I could find that video. Definitely worth exposing. I'm trying to think. It will be March the 17th because Brooke's birthday's St. Patrick's Day. What year? I've no clue. But if you've got nothing to do and that helps, it'll... Sorry, I've got this on the Olympics and they keep replaying the poor girls crashing out on their skateboards. Yeah, it's March the 7th, so it'll be March around the 17th, whatever video that was. But I can't remember how old she was. Anywho. Sophie, Jules, you should put a picture of Baby Jane next to Lisa in this video thumbnail. Whatever happened to Baby Jane with Betty Davis? Right, now I've got to look. Oops. Yeah. This is one of those films that is on my bucket list. Everyone goes on about it and I know I should have watched it already and I haven't. There's another one as well, isn't there, with Joan Crawford and... Did they do another film together? I've got a weird feeling they did, but maybe not. Oh, that's funny. Is that the No More Wire Hangers one? Or is that the other one? Anyway. That's funny. Maybe next time. Yes. Oop. Miss Gracie Macy. Yes, those long stringy curls also reminded me of what happened to Baby Jane. Helen. She's just laughing. Oop. Hannah. She's so bloody jealous of Brooke. It's just sick. I know, it's sad. It really is. Deb, she has no idea of the woman who made the wrap dress popular. I can't remember, she was somebody political. How about Julie Nixon Eisenhower? It's just too much info for that wee brain of yours, Lisa. Too hard to Google, plan and prep a video. Just show up with your fried skin, made up face, tits out and use 1-syllable words to form a short sentence. Shake my damn head. So well said, Deb. Diane. Really fucking short, lol. Just repeating Jules. Don't repeat me, you'll get in trouble. Taco cat. Oh, that cat is so cute. Oh, and do you want to know? The cat I wanted is still needing a home. None of the cats on the page have found a home yet. It makes me want to go around there and just talk to them face to face and say, do you realise these cats could be with loving homes and you're being really fucking panicky about who can have one? Anyway, sorry, Taco Cat. It's mind-blowing to me. She proudly described her very dangerous diet to her subscribers without an ounce of shame. She literally eats only meat, 2 McDonald's burger patties and something else like beef or liver. She has a steak at night. This is incredibly unhealthy to not have any fibre, carbs or enough nutrition as a 50-plus-year-old, 85-plus-year-old. Let alone an obvious ED. It's irresponsible to suggest this to her fans. Yep, And she'll keep pushing it, and she's got all these idiots saying, oh Lisa, you're so good, I look up to you, I'm starting carnivore, blah 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 blah. And it's like, please, I hope if they are starting carnivore that they go and fucking Google it and do it properly, not Lisa's version of carnivore. Yep, I hope she gets sued like those YouTube dotters she tells. Me too. Julie, I was doing research on the carnivore diet, and what Lisa is doing is so unhealthy, and the way she's feeding her body leads to strokes. Yep, but she won't listen, Julie. James, she has a major eating disorder and insane body dysmorphia, and her sweet southern family sees nothing wrong with their beautiful Lisa. And then allowing her daughter to get breast implants at such a young age, and she's not even mentally or physically developed, tells you how vain these issues have her now. If she spends 1 week at Laurie's house, she would get her right back to her normal size. She'd force feed her like she force feeds everything in that house. Sophie, agree 100%. The human body isn't capable of digesting a carnivore diet. After death, autopsies have found up to 30 pounds of undigested meat within the colon of people who ate normal, regular human diets: fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy and meat. Makes you wonder about what's in hers, especially since it's been a long-term obsession for her to avoid gaining weight. Anxiety. She says she loves feeling empty, Sophie. I very much doubt she is, though. You're never empty, are you? I mean, even if you've had IBS for a week, you still aren't empty. Anyway, it's TMI, isn't it? Sunbum. Does Lisa not know she's an older lady? No, shh, don't tell her. Sassy. She keeps the hot hussy fantasy going with all the filters and photoshopping. Trips to the scalpel dotter. I can't say that. Elizabeth, no, she's not allowed to age. She's 85 this year. James, ooh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Isn't it funny, girls? No. Susan, Lisa's motto, you can never be too rich or too skinny. That's it. It's all that skinny feels better than cake tastes or whatever. Fuck off, I'd rather have the cake. Life's too short. Ms. Turi. Why the screenshots though? That's creepy. I take screenshots so that I can choose one at the end for the thumbnails, and then I delete them all. I'm sure people think I've got some creepy fucking photo album of Lisa pictures. Keep that in case anybody else is new. Jules uses that as the thumbnail. Thank you, Hannah. She uses them as a thumbnail to the video, just like all YouTubers do. Thank you. You've all got my back, haven't you? Nicole, oh my god, 85. What? Lol. No, because I'm sure your diaper will show outlined on your backside, you dumb. What should I take that as? I like the two A's. They look like boobs in the... And your tits will be too matronly because your implants will have migrated and be hard as rocks. Duh. Jesus help this poor woman. She sounds very uneducated. She can't open a box or cross a road, Nicole. She needs our help, really. Al McKenney. She tries to act like and make us think that she's so go with the flow and laid back and non-judgmental. But when Brooke was doing her makeup, Lisa couldn't stand it when Brooke would tap her brush and would get the floor dirty. Her face when Brooke would tap was complete disgust. She's the most intolerant, judgmental, set in her ways person I've ever seen. She can't stand to try something different with any makeup. She's been doing the same winged liner, blush and natural lip for 10 years. Exactly. And it's because she lives her life through filters, and I think she's got herself convinced she's a go with the flow type person, and it's like, ugh, utter bollocks. Anyway, Jane, what a horrible look. Left out in the sun too long. No amount of any skincare will rescue that. It won't. Not ever. She could bath in a fucking vat of oil and she'll never look any better. Panda, she's wearing body makeup in this video. Vita Liberata body blur. She's promoting body serum, so she's got to cover the damage. Exactly, otherwise no one will click the link, will they, Panda? James, it is like Donald Trump hatched an egg. That was me. I've said to Jed, I don't know how many times, is there not somebody brave enough to go up to him and go, Donald, you're orange. I know a really good spray tanner and she'll make you look normal. It's like, really, what does he see when he looks in the mirror? Hannah, that's why she doesn't get any more PR from Sonia G. She destroys her brushes with the MAC cleaner. I'm glad. I drool over Sonia G brushes, and that dumbass doesn't know what to do with them or how to look after them. Sorry, I know I'm messing with my nose, but it's really itchy. Moon Fairy, another great Jules video. Thank you very much. Oh dear, those implants must be a good 8 inches from her armpits, and that's being kind. My cleaning girls, how disrespectful to those ladies. If it wasn't for you, Jules, I would never ever watch this awful witch. Imagine Lisa talking about hair, such an oxymoron. The worst hair on YouTube. I find it so funny that she believes Tammy has great hair. She has a lot of hair, but all frizzy, unruly hair. Yeah, but any hair more than the hair Lisa's got is good hair in Lisa's world, isn't it? Hannah, I find it so disgusting and creepy that she shows her blot off lipstick on a tissue. Who does that? She's so self-absorbed and thinks her lips are amazing. She thinks everyone needs to see it. Sassy, less icky than when she dropped her drawers to show no panty lines. Commando. Mrs. Cartwright, it's because she adores her lips. Exactly. She's had the shape of them incorporated into paintings and some other things. I can't remember what all right now. She's obsessed with her lips. I don't see the big deal about them. No, me either. Sophie, well, narcs do things like this because they think everyone else is blotting on a piece of toilet paper. It's disgusting and creepy. It doesn't apply to them. They're the gold standard and their shit doesn't stink either. You should be honoured. That lip blot literally looked like an arsehole print. My colonoscopy pics are more attractive. Rosalia. Hi Jules. Hi. It's a good thing that DVF crossword dress has short words on it. Exactly. Or Lisa would be totally puzzled how to pronounce these words. Lisa is so dumb. Hugs to you. Hugs to you too, honey. Sassy. Risque things about DVF. Linebacker shoulders and huge jaw on that one. If you watched it, you'd know what she means. More damage control, talking about herself, needing to be less judgmental. This trolling termite is twisted. Blah blah bloody blah. Story about holding her precious hair back with her shades to grow out bangs. Used her sunnies as a headband her whole monotonous vapid life. Enter Brooke with a real headband needing to copy the look, and Mom her bad hairline and another opportunity to link ho and to steal something off of Brooke. Brooke can't have a look. Oh, I'm going to do that too. It's like, when are you going to wake up and realise you're her mother and act like it? So what were the risque things? Tell me what the risque things were, Sassy. I don't know. Hannah, you know me very well. I knew you'd be saying, where is it? What's she doing? 7:05, she's not here. Oi! I'll try and have something every night for you, Hannah, while you're lying there poorly. Because there's nothing worse than being poorly and bored. Cynthia, Lisa, you don't have a lot of hair. What a fuckwit. I again say she has a personality disorder. Rosalia, I just adore you, Jules. You're the best on YouTube. Thank you. That's so sweet. Elizabeth, absolutely agree. Thank you. All so sweet. Sassy. Jules, I'm dying with the birds around the head. It's true, though. Mary fucking Poppins in a hillbilly hussy way. As a young child, I was dropped off at that movie alone while my mum went shopping. Lol, I had a blast. I used to be dropped off at the Saturday cinema thing. I remember that. On my own, because I was an only child. Yeah. Well, they fucked off and did whatever. Cynthia, this illiterate bag of shite needs to put away her fake tits. It would be nice, just once, if we didn't have to stare down her cleavage. Doopy-doo. Olivia, I love Lisa. She is so sweet and has great taste. She's not sweet though, Olivia. That's the problem. You need to watch a few of my videos and see who she really is. It's hard to see when you're a nice person and you assume everyone else is too, but she isn't, believe me. Sassy, well, aren't you gullible? Cheers. Bo, she's laughing and her thumb up. Bo, okay, you do you. You have the right to say you love narcissistic people, grifters, liars, and over-consumerism. Cece, you really enjoy that inbred woman. Melissa, I used to think she was sweet when she first started YouTube. She's unrecognisable to me now. Sophie, well, bless you. Hey, go get Lisa and head on down that yellow brick road until you find the wizard. There could only be a sale on brains and heart. There could be a sale on brains and hearts. And you know how Lisa loves to shop. Oh, that is amazing. She needs to buy a heart, doesn't she, Lisa? Thanks for sharing. No one says you can't continue to love her. I've seen you post here before. If you love her so much, why are you always here giving Jules the interaction? That's the thing. I don't mind people who love her and what. Off you go. Stay over there then. Sophie, because she's Lisa's flying monkey and she's also a narc. Only lower on the totem pole, narc. It's quite sad, really. I don't think she has great taste, though, either. She spends a lot of money, but I don't think she buys stuff that... No. I mean, that last bag, that fucking sequined monstrosity. If that's what great taste is, I'm glad I don't have it then. Cat Mama, maybe Lisa has one of those mirrors that you had in the circus that were funny mirrors. You're looking at it and you think you look different than you are, because if she knows what she really looks like, she looks every bit of her age, if not older. Her sun damage is sickening, her hair is straw, and her face has had too much work done. And she's starting to resemble the cowardly lion from the... That's two now at the Wizard of Oz. Calling someone an older lady from her is really laughable. Honey, you are not Gigi Hadid. Bonnie, go ahead, Jules, let it out. You can say what everyone is thinking about the headband. Maybe she should take lessons from Laurie Beth. I know, she had every form of headband, didn't she? Oh, funny. Is it just me? I didn't care about makeup in junior high. There were more important things to do or think about. We weren't allowed to wear makeup in school. Not that I was in the least bit interested in it. Same as you. It's like school's for learning. You leave school, then you start messing with stuff like that. That's why it annoys me that she's passing all her shit on to her niece at 10 years of age. I really hope her sister-in-law bins everything she comes home with. James, Bonnie, are you telling us that you don't have time in your day or heart to learn more about Lisa? You obviously must have a lot of hate in your heart for this all-American, wonderful Southern YouTube influencer that takes time out of her day to show you products to make you beautiful, just like her. If you follow all of her rules and tips, you can have everything just like her. But you're not allowing that in, Bonnie. I'm worried about you. Oh, I sure did, but it was in the 80s, lol. I loved being a teenager in the 80s. It was fun. Bonnie, I was too busy riding horses. Ah, that's cool. James. Bonnie's saying to James, okay, now that my heart started beating again, lol, when I started reading your response, I thought I might have upset you. I'm sorry. I guess I'm too much of a shallow person to get the wonderful advice from Lisa, the life coach and entrepreneur living in the West, has hardened me. I hang my head in shame. Carolina, Jules, your comments are just amazing. You're so on spot. Hugs to you. Thank you very much. Hugs to you too. MJ Brownlee. You putting your hand up. Interested on Friday Hall, Jules. I tried watching without your commentary and fell asleep. I am going to do it. 5:38. I'd like to see Lisa do a crossword puzzle. I'd even pay Patreon prices.
Always did crossword puzzles. Always. There was.
Why is that a fun fact? I still do crossword puzzles. It's only a fun fact to her because she's never done one, wouldn't do one. None of her family have, meaning Brooke and Elmer Fudd. And, oh, fun fact. She's going to be a life coach and she doesn't know that people do crosswords for fun. Still. Moon Fairy, you sound just like Lisa, her voice, accent and all. Jules, you're the greatest. Thank you, Moon Fairy. Just so if there's anybody new that hasn't heard, when I make fun of Lisa and I speak in a put on Southern voice, I'm doing that because Lisa puts on the Southern voice to try and convince you all that she's a sweet Southern lady. She isn't. Yes to your channel and stories. Thank you, Moon Fairy. Bonnie, oh my God, this was truly painful. Most of them are now, aren't they? MJ Brownlee, life is muncho stupid as. Why does she say mucho whatever it was? Elizabeth, that's hilarious. Isn't that being racist? I didn't say it on the video, but afterwards I was thinking, why would... What? Ugh. It frazzles my brain trying to understand why Lisa does anything that she does. Bonnie, I just saw an ad on TV about a new cell phone that's coming out. There will be no type of social media on it. No doubt children will be mad, but I think it's a good thing. So do I. Madam hasn't got a phone. Tech Help has. But, I mean, he's 28 now, so... But, yeah, she's not interested in having a phone. She's not interested in Instagram. She's not interested in anything. So I'm really happy about that. But, if I was to have kids again, I'd get that phone. I want that. And Bo's clapping. Yeah, it's a good thing. Matt, in case anyone forgot or doesn't know, Liar D1's daughter is 24. For fuck's sake, Lisa. Deb's laughing. Elizabeth, no darling Matt, she's 44. Please get this into your gorgeous head. Love you, hugs. She'll be 84 by the end of this month. Next month. Every time you say it, she's gone up 10 years. Bonnie, would love to listen to your stories on your other channel. Thank you very much, Bonnie. Magnolia Granny, that's a cool name. I wonder if she thinks her boobs look good in her strapless dresses. It looks like they're hanging down to her waist, and her skin looks like leather, and on top of everything else she sounds so fake, like she's trying to hide a hillbilly accent. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard to me. She would say, if you don't like me, just don't watch. Truth is, I don't. I only see what you share on your channel. Jules, thank you. I get so tired of her naming the brand name of every little thing. I can't believe anyone actually enjoys her videos. You are spot on, Jules. You say what everyone is thinking. Thanks for that. Thank you. It's like I said today, I did that New York one, and she's there. And it's like, get a fucking dress with straps. I couldn't be arsed fucking about with that, yanking it up every 3 seconds to make sure my boobs aren't on parade. Garden Gypsy. Let me get this right. Of your video is to tear other women and other human being down. Oh shit. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. God bless. Have a great day. Heavy duty negative shit. Have you noticed? The ones that come in and do that and stomp off always say, God bless, be blessed, have a blessed day. You're not very blessed if you come in here shouting and roaring. I am raising awareness of a narcissist. If you can't see it, I can't help you. Bo, and you, without knowing shit about this commentary channel, just did the same with your heavy duty negative comment. Move on, Karen. Do you know, I feel really sorry for Karens. I've got a friend from primary school, just like Roberta and Marjorie, Lardy. Who would have thunk it? And her name's Karen, and I know it's driving her fucking mad. Ashley, why am I sniffing? Gabrielle. How long have you watched Lisa? She has abused her pets, said nasty demeaning things about her family members, belittled other women for their looks, and is completely tone deaf to the tragic things impacting most of us on the daily. She puts out a false persona, and you and your naive friends fell for it. Well, if it's good enough for Lisa to tear down other humans, goose meet gander. I love that. That's funny. Well, that's the thing. I stumbled into this and and it's like, how are you going to know what this is about if you don't stick around and listen? It's like they open the door, go, you're shit, and run off. Bonnie, oh James, I loved your recipe for Laurie Beth. It was cool, wasn't it? Elizabeth, me too. I followed it exactly, but choked on it. Bo, what is it, Lisa? In some videos you say you're not judgmental, then you turn around and say that you are. You're such a clown, Lisa. But they lie about the lies that they lie about, Bo. And with all the notebooks, even the Dior one, she hasn't kept a list of the lies, so she knows what she can... No. You'd think they would, wouldn't you? Oh, I said this. Must remember I've told them that. 23... Oh, sorry. Is it 23 for Della or 234 Della? Anyway, I certainly wouldn't use any of her hair recommendations. It hasn't helped her hair. It looks like a dried out straw mop, doesn't it though? Vanity. Truth. I love it when people do that. Bo, Lisa confusing her broken off pieces of hair with new hair growth. I know she did that with the Mon8 thing as well. Look at all my new hair. John's hair's growing back. Where is it then? Is it in his backpack? Backpack. Wait till you see her new patron and note her face. Yes! Thank you, I was thinking it was just me and that people would say I was reaching. She definitely looked down her nose when she's, oh, John's gone out and Will's in the other room. vile. And they say I'm mean. Okay. Deb, another stolen look from Brooke. Yep. Poor girl can't even have her own headband. Lisa doesn't understand that copying her daughter will not make her look 24. She just looks like an older lady trying too hard. Exactly. User GF. Jules, I just love you. You make me laugh. Thank you very much. I'm glad I make you all laugh. That makes my day knowing you're all laughing out there. Robin, Jules, that's why I unsubscribed to her about a year ago. She really irritated the shit out of me. I watch her through you because I really like you and your humour. Thank you very much, Robin. CC, slap her with a wet fish. Jules, that was the best comment ever. Can I do it though? Can I? Christine, 75% of the world does crosswords. I know, fuckwit, isn't she? Lisa, but obviously not in your family. For sure, you're not one of them though. Lisa, as seen from your extensive vocabulary, not. Can't wait for your reaction to the Palm Beach haul, Jules. That's the next one I'm going to do. Another one featuring Lisa filling all the holes in her soul with extravagant purchases. And we still have the New York City one to look forward to. I've done that one. I started working backwards. When will she ever get over her Sex and the City kick? Wasn't that made in the 90s? Time to move on, Lisa. I don't even know when it was. I never watched it. All I know is there was someone in it called Carrie and she's fucking obsessed with her. And she doesn't know how to pronounce the name of the show. She wants to purely tell us, can you believe this odd use of wordage? Yeah, from her. Can she do a video ever about her hair journey? I'm so tired of it. At 1604, just look at her head to body ratio. She got one of them bobbleheads. Tall and thin with a sticky head.
I can work into my routine that are beneficial and they're easy.
It's huge, and then there's this tiny little body. And she can't see it. No one's telling her. It's quite sad, really. She's so thin now, she looks emaciated. So what kind of hair does she have? Please repeat that, Lisa. Probably not. You couldn't remember that even if you wrote it down. Thick but thin. Fine but a lot of it. Thick on the sides, but it's thickening on the top. And it's here, there and everywhere. God help us all. She wants us to give our opinion of her skin after using her new body oil. Lisa, God himself coming down from the heavens could not possibly make that leather that you call skin look better. With the 2 laundry baskets full of hair and body products in her shower, how is there room for her body? Oh wait, she only weighs 118 pounds. Isn't it scary how every memory she has of her children's early years is associated with what she wore or how her hair was styled? Exactly. Ask me what I wore at my son's christening. I couldn't tell you. I do remember though that everyone was getting ready, and as they came down the stairs my mum complimented every single person, and I walked into the room. She went, "Oh, is that what you're wearing?" Elizabeth, love crossword puzzles too. So did my grandmother. Big deal. Why don't you do one too? Business appropriate. You're not a CEO. How about you clean your own home? It would tone up your muscles. Exactly. Christine, it's me again. Extra hair coming in. What happened regarding the hair that all fell off after the shingles vaccine? Oh wait, she lost most of it after using that Monate like most of the other users of that crap. How many things do we need to powder to do? How many things do we need a powder to do? Sorry. Oh my God. All of this new info is pure drivel. She can't remember the names of anything. Can you imagine how many blushes she's tried since that Brooke video? I know. She's been saying, I will look like her. I will. And it's when she said, can you tell I'm doing the new... No. Can't tell anything. You look exactly the same. Jules, would you mind writing your email address under this comment? I didn't catch it earlier when you gave it to me. No problem. Oh, putting a space in. There you go, hun. Cece, Garden Gypsy 70 is another inbred Lisa fan. Go support Lisa, we don't want you here. Thank you, Cece. Christine, this hair is giving me a reverse Farrah Fawcett look. What's that huge backwards ringlet in the front? I'll shut up now, I promise. I don't mind, honestly. I thought it looked really weird. I don't know what the fuck she was doing with that headband. Anywho, beguile me. Jules, I was exactly the same. You would have thought my 30th birthday was the end. Now I could care less. I know, I don't know what it was. No birthdays have bothered me before it or since, but that one, honestly, just like you said, you'd think it was the end of the world. I was in bits. Jed's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. Melissa, Jules, I just love you. Thank you, Melissa. You put into words the horrible feelings I have when I watch Lisa. See, I can say it all. Then you don't have to go to hell. It's just me. She does wind me up, but you make it funny. I'm worried about Brooke. I think Lisa's cranking up the passive-aggressive cruelty towards her because she's so jealous of her. I hope Brooke and Will run fast and far. I'm telling you, if I lived over there, I would knock on the door when I knew she was out and I'd tell them. Sassy, so everyone should report this clown job. It's more than obvious she's buying subs, etc. I don't know what else you'd have to show YouTube to prove she's buying them, apart from the receipt. Dolly, Faye. God, she looks awful in the first video. What's that baggy skin in her armpit area? I don't know, and I'm not going back to look. Also, her hair is short and front, long at the back, like a mullet. Lob the back off, have a cute bob. It's gradually going that way. Also, her face filter doesn't match the leather body. She just reminds me of the little old lady from Something About Mary. She's not aging very well. It's all that meat. She needs some veggies, whole food, not processed rubbish. Love you, Jules. Faye. Hope you're well. The heat, Faye, the heat. What is going on with the weather? And it's like, I've got a book to do and I can't do anything. But yeah, I'm in good spirits and I'm very upbeat. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Patricia, I also agree with you, Jules. Last thing I was worried about during my pregnancy was my hair. I will say I don't remember losing loads of hair after the birth of my son. Hugs. I had an emergency C-section with tech help. And I felt like they sewed me up and left a whole load of wind in. I had the worst bellyache. And then Jed came in with our next door neighbour telling jokes, and I'd just been fucking stapled up. That made me laugh. Because she came to check my wound. And she went, oh yeah. And I went, hang on a minute, are they staples? And she's like, yeah. I said, what? Did he get bored sewing or something? So Jed's got me laughing. I'm like, you do realise I've just been stapled together. Shut up. But then when I went, so the last thing I was thinking about was hair. I don't give a fuck. I had a new baby. That's all I was thinking about. And then I went home, and when I was being discharged, she gave me this little bag, and she went, give that to your midwife. And I looked, and it was an actual staple remover. You know, like you use in books. I thought there'd be some nice, I don't know, thing that they do. And she comes with a fucking staple remover to take my staples out. Weird. Oh my god, Lisa, no one cares why you bought any of your shit. We know why you're an addict. Nothing to do with your granny doing crossword puzzles. Which, by the way, you airhead, isn't that special. Most of our grannies did crosswords. You guys know how I love every fucking thing. Did I say that's MM? Don't know if I did now. Bo. Oh, how I enjoy the comments section. You have the best subscribers. I do. It's very true, Bo. All of you are wonderful. Lisa, I love your Nellie Olsen turd girl. I fucking hated Nellie Olsen. And I never lost hair after my pregnancy. So, good for you, Miss Gracie Macy. Nellie Olsen turd shit curls. Just died from that, laughing my arse off. Did everybody else hate Nellie Olsen? That poor girl. I bet she's had it for the rest of her life, hasn't she? Didn't like you. You were horrible. Shannon, I'm sorry, but if your hair was one of the most important things in your whole life, and after what you did to it a few months ago was so devastating, wouldn't you go out of your comfort zone and learn the 5-step process? Yes. What with all the time she saves not tying her shoes, make an effort. Also, I imagine her drawers and closets are so crammed with shite. She loves shopping so much, but not so much the organising. I bet her shit is everywhere, and if you asked her to find last year's jeans with the LLD1 on them, she'd have no earthly idea, guaranteed. They're on a shelf somewhere and she's forgotten about them. But see, the thing is, it's not so much that she wants to cure her hair, it's the fact that she gets confused. She got a bare lotion or shower gel and she didn't like it because it was too hard to squeeze. Anything that makes her think or causes her any effort at all, she just doesn't want to do it. It's quite sad, really. Her idea of a fun fact and mine are very different. And mine. Fun fact, what? I wasn't laughing. Neither was anybody else. Oh, listen guys, this was so funny. And you sit there, you hear this fucking shit story and it's like, and? Where's the punchline? Gazneth? No, because then that wouldn't be the moon. Gaz. Is the Shirley Temple look trendy? She's got the hair and the lisp down. If we all got a nickel for every time these influencers said, to be honest with you, we'd be rich. I thought Virgos didn't like clutter. Panda, her ends look thicker. I think it's her extensions. Maybe the weird curl is to cover them. Who knows in Lisa land? Bunny, you know women do get male pattern baldness. I wonder what would happen if Lisa would fall into that category. Oh, she'd have a meltdown, wouldn't she? She'd be crying in the fetal position. We wouldn't see her for weeks. Until she'd had a professional wig fitted. I don't know why she just doesn't do that. Laurie used to rock wigs. Why can't she? Bay. I can't imagine being dumb as a rock like Lisa and then suffering with early signs of dementia because she can't remember any names of her products, or she's too lazy to care enough to do her research so she can properly inform her viewers. Laziness. K-Pops. Mr. Ed has stupid looking barrel curls today. And her commentary on DVF, fucking insulting, most backhanded, undermining compliment ever. I thought that. And hearing her read the bullshit words on the dress. Who fucking cares? Like, these words have some meaning, and yet those dresses are too short and trashy looking. Above the knees is so unflattering. Straight from the 80s. Not at all suiting everyone. I don't think they look good on anyone, even the models selling them. Zero taste. It's all about the name, not the taste, isn't it? LPH, those dresses are really ugly. You may find better ones at Goodwill. She's a fashion icon in her own mind. User UK, and I want to slap her with a wet fish. Everybody seems to like that. Elizabeth, me too. Lol, a really smelly one at that. Yep. Very smelly. Melissa, I hope you all can look in the mirror, find some self-love and do better as human beings. You really have no clue who Lisa is, do you? Hannah, I think you wrote this comment under the wrong video. Delete and write it under Lisa's video. There you go. Sophie, well, sounds like you have problems with mirrors, Ginge. How about, just how many would you say have shattered when you've looked into them? Bless you, I'll pray for you. Oh, Sophie. Helen, well said. But that's the thing, they come in, hear nothing, complain, and flounce out. Carolina, Jules, any ideas, ways we can support you? I just love your work and would love to show you my appreciation. Flowers, cards, just kidding, but would love to buy you a coffee or something. You bring so much joy into my life. Oh, so sweet of you, Carolina. Thank you. I did do an Amazon wish list and a PayPal thing because everybody kept asking, but I don't have it front and centre, like buy me a coffee flashing across the top of the screen like most of them. It'll be in the video description if you want to do anything, and I don't expect anybody to do anything, but if you would like, I've got really cheap things, some really cheap things on the wish list as well, if if you've just got £1 or two or whatever. I wish you could all send me like postcards from where you are and that type of thing, but I'd need a post office box and they cost a fortune, so until I can afford a post office box. But thank you very much, Carolina, that's really sweet of you. K-Pops, capture the hand at 1931, use it as a Halloween decoration. Right, I'm going to have to whiz along because your thingy is like me. I've only just learnt how to do that me thing. Tech Help.
A long list of instructions.
Tech Help told me the other day. I said, I'm sick of not being able to do that. What do I have to do?
Okay, so you're going to ask me which
one. Oh God, yeah. I know she's double jointed, but it just looks weird. Stop it, Lisa. That'd spook anyone out, wouldn't it? Oh no, sorry, what's it? Kook them out. Right, play the lift music while I scroll and scroll. I think I'm going to have to make this a two-parter because there's loads. I wonder how long I've been recording for. Can I tell? No. Where am I going? Right, hang on. Do. Bonnie. Well, I'll be interested. Isn't it, Bonnie? Susan, Lisa looks like walking, talking, extra crispy bacon. There was someone in the crowd in the Olympics today dressed as bacon because I think it was it a swimmer or the diver? The diver! I think it was an American diver and her name was Bacon. And so Madam came in and she said, why are they dressed as bacon? I said, because one of the divers is called Bacon. And she went, yeah, and the other girl with us called Cook. It's like, Cook Bacon, how cute. Have I shown you that bird that likes making bacon pancakes? I'm going to find that and put that in. It's the cutest thing ever. And I've got someone coming up to see me. So I will pause this and be back in a minute. And I'm back. Just making doubly sure that I'm recording after what I did the other day. Susan, I love doing crossword puzzles, especially the cryptic crosswords. I entered a crossword competition I won a watch. Well done you. I do love a good crossword or Sudoku or whatever it's called and stuff. And it's like, I like to listen to podcasts and whatever and improve myself. How about you improve yourself by doing a proper course and reading books and doing crosswords like your grandmother did? Helen, what's with the ringlets? Not a good look, Lisa. She's going through a Nellie Olsen phase. Amanda, the thing with her saying only what she likes is because she's under the misapprehension that all her subs aspire to emulate and look like her. Not that they're there for product reviews. I'm sure she watches your videos, as she has recently addressed several things that you and your subs have critiqued. Also, I was waiting for the live videos to become sub only. Gel nails, but she thinks it's her natural nails. No, it's gel. Oh, they will be soon. She said in the thing, didn't she? Oh, I made it so you have to be a subscriber. But something else, oh, I've forgotten now, it's getting late here. But yeah, it probably will be behind a paywall. Not that anybody wants to pay to see that, but then there are still some idiots giving her $25 a month. The K18 stuff is good, and I do understand how one simple product is better, easier than several steps. Yeah, so do we all, but it's her with anything. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, the lid's too tight. Oh, the bear doesn't squidge. Oh, and then she'll moan that it doesn't work because she hasn't used it properly. Ms. Anzu, I just love that she loves like everything. So the followers don't actually know what she really likes. No, because she likes everything. It's a big confusion, isn't it? Hannah, would be interesting if you could do this one as well, Jules, and capture the difference with the latest makeup video Brooke and Lisa. Is it that old Lisa and Brooke thing? It's on the to-do list, and it's been on there since the dawn of time. I will do my best to get around to doing that, Hannah, while the other one's still fresh in our mind. Let's go, Brandon. She has her Nellie Olsen look on today. There, see? Everybody's saying that. I wouldn't have thought of it until you lot said, but it's just so obvious looking at her. It's really funny. Gen Z said she is saying Sex and the City. I'm hearing her accent. So I said to her, I went and put the captions on. The captions say in, and I'm watching her mouth. I was like, rewind, play, and she doesn't even form her mouth to say an A. So I don't know what she's saying. What do you lot think? Is she saying in or and? Because all I can hear is in. James. Lisa, new subscription. Oh, I don't know what that is. Let me go ask Big Daddy. John and Wheel. I'll have 'em call you later, 'cause Mama gone ring the triangle on our southern wraparound porch, and we're gonna eat supper. That's how we do things here in the south. Okay, YouTube, bye-bye. You won't get me shot, James. Julie, Lisa is getting worse and worse. She is becoming insufferable. Her stupidity is astounding. Keep making these videos so others can start seeing the light. Years ago I used to think she was sweet, but now I can see how materialistic she is, and her videos aren't informative. They're one big show and tell for her. Yep. Sassy, all you have to do is go back to 2012 November, her video, My New Hair Dreams, for backup of her oblivious lies in regards to flat out denying she ever uses extensions. Now, such a Pinocchio-nosed fake. And then she said, oh, I said I used extensions and then I took them out. She doesn't know what she's fucking saying anymore. James, 1550 to 1602. I love that she can wear 900 pieces of jewellery and 6,000 makeup items, but an extra step in the shower every now and then is too hard to grasp. Exactly.
Things I think are good, but I gotta drag like 5 steps into the shower and remember what to do first. And I know that's pitiful to complain about.
Yes,
that,
it is.
but that's just how I am. I like things that I can work into my routine that are beneficial and they're easy. So I've already
Easy being the operative word. An everyday, ordinary human being, unlike alien sheepdog, would say, I found a system with less steps and I'm enjoying it and will keep you posted on the results. That's a normal answer. All of these narcissists are backpedaling and making all these excuses as they're doing what they're doing. No one cares why. That annoyed me. I'm going to pull out my Glenda Aerobics VHS tape and let out the moans and groans. Who's... Oh, Glenda. I was just about to say, who's Glenda? And I was going to say you should use... What's her face? Oh, you'd think I'd remember her name. It's my favourite film. Jane Fonda. I should get her tape out and do it. But I just realised you're talking about Slender Gully. I'm not with it today. Elizabeth says, go for it, James. We want video proof. Elizabeth, lol. You just got a brain. Well done. Has she really? James, what's with the 5-step on and on complaining? I guarantee you, if Chanel or Louis Vuitton had a hair care system that comprised of anywhere from 5 to 20 steps, that would be absolutely fine, and she would know how to do it with her eyes closed, because the sales associate spent time with her and showed her and told her how beautiful she was. She does not want to know about it because she had to buy it, and it's something you can get at CVS or any drugstore. It's beneath her. That's why she doesn't know it. Yep. Just a reminder to Lisa's actual fan base that watches her channel. If you think for 1 second that she does not know what she's doing by babbling on and on and on and playing the dumb card, then you're the actual idiot. She's banking on watch time, so she's actually wasting precious time from your lives and making money off you. And then she just acts like she's being a kind little southern woman for all of you. She's just getting as much money as she can, but she's not honest about it, which is the rotten part. And she doesn't do any good with it either. You could probably start her video at the last 10 minutes and you would get whatever the hell she's trying to say. That's so true, but they don't... what was it someone wrote under that New York one? Something like, Lisa, you're so clever or something, and blah blah blah, and it's like, really? You think she's clever? Jeez, I hate to see what you're like then. 22.50. Okay, here we go. Valium a tree, not volume tree. Right, let me see.
She suggested it's the volumetry from L'Oreal Professional. It is root lifting booster for fine and flat
it's
hair.
volume tree.
Okay.
Whatever it is, she'll never get it right. Elizabeth, I hate to break it to you, Lisa, but you do have fine, thin, broken hair. That's why you need to keep using extensions. P.S. You are not a girl. Will she ever get that, do you think? Wow, Jules, wow, I literally gasped, paused the video and had to sit for a moment. If people don't see what you're talking about there, it's right there. Her son was literally thrown in the bin so she could tell us about her dumb outfit, and look at the smile on her face. It's so fucking disgusting. I wish there was a place to lock these people up.
Because I remember I have a picture of us at the Easter egg hunt. I remember having on an all blue outfit, blue sunglasses. I had gotten the whole outfit at the Limited. And
what about Will? Not a narc though, are we?
And we were at an Easter egg hunt, and I remember looking at my hair thinking, oh my God, I looked like I had half the hair, and I did. So that's what it's doing now, is it's all...
Let's try to find one pronto. I'd love to lock them up. Every single narc, I would love to put them behind bars somewhere and let them all circle each other and whatever. Wait till you see the Janice watch I just did today, James. You'll have probably seen it by now. You can see in her face the disgust for Will. I told you guys she's Jeffree Star, no?
We just put it in some jaw clips so that it does my curl doesn't get ruined. I did this with
Doesn't she though? Elizabeth, personally find body lotions very, very interesting. What's wrong with you? Yes, yes, yes you can, please.
Yesterday I wore this. Brooke, I gave her the brown one and she came over one day with it on and I was like, it looked so good.
Can I? Can I please? So close. We're using mucho as it's an Italian vibe. I wonder. I just find that really insulting. Don't you, Elizabeth? It's just for no reason, just putting that one word in a sentence. Really? James. Her neck bones and her finger bones are connected to her arse bones. It's way past my bedtime. And her upper arms and her shoulders are very painful to watch. It's very sad. It is. She's wasting away. Sassy, even more painful for me is all the creepy Mason hand signs she throws with her witch claws. Risa and Flashy too, among others, but not as frequent. They do it with poses in their thumbnails as well. James, I know, I noticed that she always moving her hands a little more than usual and trying to almost look like she's hypnotising the viewer into opening their wallets, lol. Laurie Beth, Boston's very own most adorable little Jewish starlet, taught us a long time ago that when you wave your hands in front of the camera and whisper and make sounds with your lips, it's all very ASMR, or ASMR in Lardy's case. Sassy, exactly. Never got into that ASMR either. Gullible fools fall under these spells. That was another thing that was going to go viral, wasn't it? Lardy's fucking ASMR videos. Elizabeth, the Dead Sea is receding here just like your hairline. She has hauled a whole lot of rotting fish. What more do you want, Jules? A body bag gives you a really full coverage. James, I love you so much. 34 to 24. I'm so glad you said that. That's my issue with her all the time. Thank you, James.
I know.
It's not what you fucking like when you get PR, you dumbass. It's for you to show us what's on offer, and we might. But here's the thing, right? You may actually link all the shit you don't like and be absolutely fucking blown away because people will click on it because somebody out there likes it. I know you don't realise there's other people in the world apart from you, and not everybody loves what you love. But just try it one week and see how many people click on the things that you don't like.
The lip glosses I have.
It drives me insane. It's like, alright, I know, it's a thing where you don't have to show it if you don't want to show it. But don't just show what you like or say, oh, I haven't used it yet, I'll let you know. At least show it if you're talking about it. I'm so glad you said that. That's my issue with her all the time. If it does not work for her, she thinks it doesn't work for anyone. And again, it may not be for her skin type or hair type, whatever. Or she may not be using it properly. Or she may be using it with too many other things. She needs to really step out of the bubble. Thank you so much for doing that. It's what I'm screaming all the time at my end. I'm doing it all the time in my head. She drives me insane doing that. I've said it all along. I know she's watching because she changes things every so often. So, you know, if you're listening, Lisa. Sassy, to this day I've never used any of these Carnival Barker's links and never will. Always clear the cookies as well. Look how the world has changed for the worse. Did anyone understand the significance of the Paris opening ceremonies along with the political climate? Hello. Hell, oh. Yeah, there's something very weird going on. James. After seeing that open drawer with all those lipsticks and liners and treatments, and she allegedly donates them to the less fortunate. Can you imagine how many
This
she had?
Cinderella Royal Ball, and I love this one, so I grabbed another one because it will be gone soon too. I was surprised it was still there. Okay, this is a luster glass. Luster glass is almost like a lipstick and a lip glass combined.
Where was that, if anybody missed it? Where did she show it? Where's it gone? Ah, there we are. Holder things. There we go. Lisa's drawer full of stuff. She's got this beautiful bathroom with all these drawers, and all she had to do was put some organisers in the drawers and have it looking pretty, but she can't. I thought Virgos like things tidy. After seeing that open drawer with all of those lipsticks and liners and treatments, and she allegedly donates them to the less fortunate, meaning children and cleaning crew, aka her staff, she's still left with enough to make sure every person in New York City is wearing lipstick. It's so repulsive that we all have to just watch an addiction and label it as a career instead of a problem. Sassy. The kook is so hard up, she mentions Tammy to push a hair product. Now she's living in the past, but what else is new? Tammy looks horrible. Is your old bestie now circling the drain? Lol. That's sad. The apparent, competition between the two and how they use each other, all for the love of money, greed. I don't watch Tammy, so I don't know, but I always thought she was a bit more level-headed than Lisa. 45-46, James. I'm sorry, but isn't she a beauty and fashion influencer? Did she not have all of that space built for her to have a recording studio? Pardon me.
Little dresses like this, and I've got on my little Fendi slides, and which have been really good to me.
Why is she not standing directly in front of a camera with a long shot with ample lighting to show the colours and patterns of the dress and the fabric, as well as her stupid basic bitch slides that everyone has not been into for the last couple of years? Why is she hiding all the way in the back of the room behind the couch? Just her filming ability alone is a reason why I would remove her account if I was a YouTube supervisor. And for each and every beauty influencer out there, no one cares about nails and polish. Enough. I know. She passed that fucking irritating thing on to Lardass, didn't she? 48-17, because little girls and babies wear them.
18-inch, and this one is smaller. I just...
See the whiny little face? And yes, she winds me up too, Jules. I made it through. Well done! If someone ever asked why or how Lisa is a narcissist, this entire video from beginning to end shows it. This would be the orientation video that would come with starting kit. Let's have a look. Oh, this one I just did.
I didn't want to put earrings on. I did order...
Doesn't it though? But yeah, people... Oh, you're in the chat room, that's why. But people don't pay attention. Debbie Doo. If you watch this video with no audio, her expressions towards her daughter look so hateful. She's vile. Saying this about that. Your hair looks so shiny. You've changed your thumbnail, haven't you? I love roasting this lady. Hi, Jules. And yes, that is a blooming onion. It was huge. I've never seen an onion that size. Surely it was more than one onion. That can't just be one onion. Donna. The laughs watching Jules can make you spew your drink all over your screen. That's why I come with a warning. Thank you, Donna. Hannah. Jess. I just viewed this one. It's terrible. Oh, was that yes? It's awful. Everything about it was bad. Well, let's jump in. She looks naked here, doesn't she? I think that's the look she's going for, though, Hannah. Nikki. R.I.P. birthday saddle. Oh, you lot are too funny. Hannah. And astrology bullshit should stop. Cop out and nonsense. Her Virgo nonsense. What are you, Lisa? A Christian? Then you stay far away from astrology. Diane. Glenda expects them to take her out to celebrate. That meal and drinks was big bucks. I can well imagine. His steak alone must have cost a fucking arm and leg. That steak... There we go. That steak about $35 at least. Whoa! That'd feed a family for a week. Who brings their cards to a dinner? Unless they gave her the cards at the dinner. Hannah, she has comments under her video, if they're not blocked yet, saying sex and the city. See, I'm not alone. Glenda loves to be the centre of attention. Diane, she's a narc. They all do. And they think they are even when they're not. And they think that they should be. There's no reason why they shouldn't be the centre of attention. Everybody should want to see and talk to them. It's weird how their brains work. Hannah, Lisa, sex in the city. Jules, and drives me mad, Hannah. It's like she loves the programme. She's always quoting it. She knows exactly what Carrie wore and where and when. So why can't you get the name right? Donna, Issa, not sure how to spell his name. He's adorable. They both are. They're beautiful children. Diane, Glenda so needs to show how special she is. Oh, don't they all, though? And it was her birthday on top of everything, so she's extra special. Al McKenney, those flip-flops that she's wearing are $490. What the fuck? What the fuck indeed? Really? And she's telling everybody they should have 2 pairs of them. Susan, yes, and I've noticed she keeps buying heels, but only wears them for home videos. The rest of the time she wears flip-flops, no matter what she's wearing. Exactly. She's a liar. Peg, and she tells her viewers to buy 2 of them. I just said that. And she walked in New York City in them. There's no way walking in the city in flip-flops is comfortable, but she had to show them off no matter how much it killed her feet. Well, she had no choice then, did she? Because she hadn't taken anything else with her to swap into, so... Panda, buy on Amazon for $14.99 a pair all day long. Charlene, that's just stupid. I did used to watch her. I feel at the beginning she was more authentic. Her Vegas trip and Patreon did me in. What, one purse was over 10,000, I think. Anyways, another 6,000. No frickin' way. And she loves rubbing it in everyone's nose, doesn't she? Bella, I agree. I could stomach her better in the older days. Now, not so much. She's a celebrity in her own mind, and no one else's, and making up her own cosmetic line now. Why? Because they went and discontinued all her favourites. Al McKenney. Same. I enjoyed her in the early days. Now she's just obnoxious. Yeah, I liked her when she was a ditzy blonde before she paid no attention to her dead neighbours, and I lost interest in her then. Debbie Doo, those brown lines on her nose, did she forget to blend? I can't stop seeing it now. I know, that's that whole video, that's all I was looking at. Susan, I know, noticed it right off. She needs to have a magnifying mirror and check when she's finished, but she doesn't. Aurelia, that's a nice name. I have not seen Lisa in a long time. Lisa looks like she has an eating disorder. Yes, she does. Quite sad. And she won't listen to anybody that's trying to help her. We're all just haters. Hannah, I'm sorry. John might be a kind man, but boy oh boy, What man is okay with that kind of shopping addiction? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Peg, a desperate low quality one. Mojo. If you go to New York, really, it's best that one catch a few plays on Broadway. Exactly, I'd be off to see Hamilton. It's like sod Nordstrom's. Eat bagels and go to Central Park. Yeah, it's dumb. It's like when people used to talk about Central Park, I was thinking about, a park like we had in London, and then I realised it's like, oh, it's probably the size of London. Yeah, that's cool. Strawberry fields and pay homage to Lennon, but going to a sale at Nordstrom's. Wonder where she ate a hunk of hamburger and fried egg. Love you, Jules. Thank you, Mojo. Peg. Instead, she wants to pose for a picture in her long dress by roadway cones. I know, that was the stupidest thing. Bonnie, that's what I've always wanted to do. What's the matter with her? Oh, you meant about going to Broadway? Yes. Right, now I need another way. That just shows how long this comments thing's going on. It's going to be an 8-hour video. Should I break it up into 2? I think I'm going to have to. Or shall I just let it run? People can stop it, can't they, and come back to it when they want to, or whatever. I'm not going to overthink it. Where are we? I'm going for a wee. I will be back. Okay. Are we recording? Yes, we are. Hannah. And what 54-year-old woman is obsessing over Sex in the City? I mean, and... Christine, what about a guided tour? John, if you want to stay on a schedule, there's so much to do and see in the city, and tours are safer than walking the streets. If you're nervous about that. She makes John sound like an idiot, which I now believe he is. He looked like a complete country bumpkin. That's the thing, though. I don't believe a word she says about him. Because John didn't want to fly, and now he is. I think that's bollocks. She didn't want John to fly with her. She makes it a big deal because he wants to stay on time and make sure they should have got to the meeting on time and back to the airport on time. And she's like, oh, everything was going well. Because she just wants to play princess and dance around shops and be waited on hand and foot. I don't believe a word she says about John. Apart from he's probably a lot more reserved than her. I corrected her on the title of the show, and surprise, surprise, she didn't remove my comment. Wait and see, Christine. She talks about the airlines as if she's travelled all over the world. She's never even been to Canada or Europe, for fuck's sake. She's telling us about all these stupid details because she thinks the rest of us are as stupid as she is. This crazy business about worrying about being kidnapped is crazy and shows how uneducated, naive and truly insulting they both are. Not both, just her. She doesn't think that some of her New York viewers may be upset by comments like this. She doesn't think. She don't care, and she's not interested what anybody thinks. Elizabeth, well said. Throw the cross at John as if he's a swan. Stay in Wormwood. Exactly. Scared of crossing roads. I've never heard such bollocks. Christine, Jules, what's wrong with you? I really wanted to know how many floors the Nordstrom store had. No, not. Me too. I want all the details. You're just a little stirrer, Elizabeth. Wendy. So, whatever happened with the appointment at the makeup company? Their lack of awareness of New York is astounding. Country mice in the big city comes to mind. She'll never get another appointment with that company if she actually had one to begin with. Because who's going to be stood up like that? Panda, I suspect the appointment was the only reason John went to New York. It could very well be. Peg, she just can't believe she can't get an authentic bagel in the airport. God, she's such a dummy. Cece, Inbred hillbillies visit New York. They need to stay in their small town. Every time Lisa travels, she complains about everything, doesn't she? Oh, we don't have that at home. Well, stay at home then, if you don't want busy roads to cross. Cece, John looks like a bum walking around with a backpack. He sounds like an absolute grumpy old man to travel with. That's how she makes him sound. Elizabeth, yes, but he has the money, so Lisa is hanging on tight. She makes him sound a lot worse than she is, right? If you think... There was a thing, I've got a clip of it somewhere, and she said, I could have been a brat about it, but I decided I'd settle with John and we moved to the house that they're in now. And it's like, yeah, that's what she's like all the time. She's a brat, she sulks, she moans, she stamps her feet, and he's trying to say, we need money for retirement, we need money for the kids, we need to be doing this, that and the other. And she's like, oh, I just want the shiny handbag. I can hear it. I know it's... I'd love to sit down and have a coffee with John. Al McKenney. How is she a life coach when everything she does and wants is so superficial? And she's so stupid. Christine. Jules, would you please be my life coach? Pretty please. I'll be yours too if you like. Yeah, we'll all coach each other. Elizabeth. I'm looking for a life coach too. Pick me, pick me. I'm free as a bird and have so many credentials, got them all online from Scammers Anonymous. Someone asked her where did she get her thing, and I don't think she ever answered them. Probably never will. Susan, she is so superficial. She makes me want to puke. She definitely needs professional help. John is the homeliest man I've ever seen in my life. Moon Fairy. I lived in New York City. People do not talk, and much less to strangers. They either laughed at those hillbillies or totally ignored them. I'm here for the laugh show and you, Jules. Is it me or the boobs look even droopier in this video? Look at that burned stiff hair of hers. They're so stupid. I can bet the Chanel staff was laughing at her and the outfit and John and his backpack. I'm now retired, but I was a Chanel executive for many years. Welcome to New York. Sending you hugs. Thank you. Ah, shame you're not still there. But yeah, it's like I don't work in sales. I did bar work and stuff like that. Well, I worked in a pet shop. But anyway, you just know when she goes in and says, oh, what are the weird and wonderful things you have that nobody else likes? They're like, ka-ching. Sorry, I clapped too loud. Probably give it deafened you all. Oh, let's go and get those shit bags that nobody wants. Right, John, you know that shit one right at the back that's covered in dust? Yeah, give it a wipe. She'll buy it. You just know it. It's like, oh yeah, let's unload all the crap we haven't been able to sell to discerning fucking shoppers. She'll have it. What's the favourite? What's nobody else buying? She comes out with the stupidest lines and gives herself away. Christine, she's got John convinced now that luxury bags are a good investment and she can actually make a profit if she chooses to sell. He's an easy mark, that's for sure. Sassy, he's deep in the doo-doo with her, isn't he though? Bella, and she has him convinced that carnivore is the best thing since sliced cheese, so he eats like her, so she said. I was waiting to say bread, that was clever. User ZJ6, I want to know how he makes all his money. I know she said he's in Bitcoin, but she drops 50,000 in one shopping trip. She has money too. Sponsorships and affiliate links and YouTube and all the rest of it. It soon adds up. Bo, hillbillies will always feel out of place and uncomfortable in New York. And that hair. Why does she think she looks good with crimped hair? I'd love to see her in London. I'd pay to see her in London. She wouldn't last 2 fucking minutes. Bo, how she emphasised Mercedes. Exactly. Talking about the car that John arranged to pick them up says it all. Their life is about being surrounded by luxury. They're some clown hillbillies. Exactly. All she had to say was he booked a car. And she says it like nobody else has been in a Mercedes. Okay, whatever. User DS. Oh, Panda, sorry. Mercedes are used in Holland for taxis. It's like a belly button car over there. Everyone has one. How cool. I'm going to Holland to get a cab. Cece. She's not sticking to her carnivore diet when she eats the top off a pizza. It still has the tomato sauce. Did her IBS flare up? Bella. Oh, great observation. And doesn't that sound just yum? Lisa picking apart the top of a pizza with her grubby old lady fingers and throwing the scraps crust at John. Too much on. Bella. It's as though she's giving her pizza crust scraps for a dog. Exactly. Oh, it worked well. John had eat the crust. Like he had a choice. Frankleberry. Oh. I happened upon your channel and thought I'd answer your question about the horses. Oh, right. I thought it was going to be another person having a go at me. Horses cannot stay down for long periods of time due to their weight and weight distribution. It messes up their internal organs, so they can't really heal very well. If they're standing and have a broken leg, it will deform the other legs if they're still growing, and it can also create really painful issues with their hooves that are extremely painful and debilitating. Most of the time these fractures are so bad that they won't be able to heal, and so the horse is put down to eliminate their suffering. They can sometimes amputate depending on where the fracture is and how bad it is, but that doesn't happen often, and it isn't ideal for an animal that large. I had a horse when I was a girl and I had a similar thing happen, and it was awful, but it was the most humane thing possible. Oh, I'm really sorry you lost your horse, Frankleberry, and thank you for that. It makes a lot of sense. I just never understood. It was like, surely, I mean, can't they put it in a... Couldn't they put him in some sort of a sling? But then you said that messes with their internal organ. That's such a shame. Poor horses, and poor you. Sending you hugs. Charlene, I was going to also respond, but you explained absolutely perfect. Sorry for your loss. That must have been very traumatic being so young. Can you imagine? I can't. Thank you very much, Frankleberry. Susan, Jules, you nailed it. Lisa was a whiny brat throughout the video, wasn't she though? She really got on my nerves in that one. I wanted it, I wanted it, I wanted it. Moon Fairy, me again. Your comments are just the funniest on this particular video. They're always funny, but this was grand. If I hear it's so good, it's bath time. Thank you. Comedy timing of the pause when Lisa proudly presented John in his shirt and backpack was genius. Where's that? What's she? Here he is in his shirt and his jeans. What's he? Really? Weirdo. Peg, that guy picking them up. You know he was thinking, oh my God, these hillbillies. I know. Oh, I realised he wasn't coming to kidnap us. Really? Of all the people to kidnap, they'd pick you and John? I don't think so. Helen, what a vacuous, empty-headed bimbo of a woman. She's so insufferable, and it gets worse with every video. What a way to talk about your husband. I know, talk about throw him under the bus. Sassy, and within the first minute, like clockwork, she throws Yawn and her 24-year-old under the bus. I don't believe her ridiculous crying story from the past about Brooke being desperately homesick in New York either. She exploits everyone. Exactly. To fit her narrative. Elizabeth. Love Yawn instead of John. That's how he got the name John, because they said he was a yawn, but they put the J in from. Maddie. Hi Jules, honey. Hi Maddie. Well done, you deserve a friggin' medal, thank you. Although, to be honest, you had me roaring about John with his lunch in his backpack. I think the whole trip was a disaster. She's been very choosy with her words at times, but I believe he hated every single minute. It was always going to be all about Whittle Lisa. She asked up her appointment, didn't get her ring, hated her lunch, missed her appointment with the agency for her makeup collection, ended up with a scratchy looking bag they've probably been trying to offload for years. Then there was traffic, lol. Well done again, Jules. Love you, chick. All the way from Northern Ireland. Thank you very much, Maddie. So true, though. Hang on, I need a drink. Everything went wrong. Oh, it was such a disaster. I wonder, did the people at Chanel send them to that restaurant deliberately because they knew it was shit? Or was it just her being an awkward fuck? Joanna, not familiar with this channel. This video was recommended to me. Really? I'm being recommended. Whoop whoop. But what is the point of this video, if I may ask? Yes, she is maybe not the sharpest knife and seems very superficial, but shouting "we don't care" to her while making an hour-long reaction video, really? I know people can be annoying, but you can just ignore them instead of wasting your time and energy on them like this. One, her video was 40 minutes or something, and then in between I spoke about her and other things. That's why it ended up an hour video. What was the other thing? Two, it's humour. She tells the most inane fucking details to waste people's time to get more airtime, as James has said, and we're sick of listening to it. That's why I shouted, I don't care, we don't care, because it's funny, and if you watched a few videos you might understand. We want to, so there, lol. Thank you, Diane. Abby. Lisa is a narcissist and her subscribers keep growing. Her behaviour is problematic because she's fooled a lot of people, mostly lonely women who spend money on her Patreon and waste money and time over consuming more and more products just like Lisa. Most of us here used to watch and like Lisa for quite a few years, that she's morphed into a person that uses others. I suggest you listen to one of the comments videos on this channel and listen to how your comment is answered. Piggy loves Ollie. Oh, he's a little pig. Look. This video has the same purpose as hers do, entertainment. There's little more to any video made. If hers are educational to you, bravo. Are they educational to anyone, do you think? Nicole, and we like to laugh at we don't care. Jesus. You know, some people take things to heart, don't they? Sassy, goes with the flow, like wearing Sheila's too large coat and bitching about the cold. I believe she said she wasn't that impressed. Now she's the experienced travelling troll. Ain't that true? I didn't know it'd be cold. Mr. Maurice. Glenda was on the horse, acting like she was in a convertible, waving at thousands of people. Actually, it was only about 2. She loved it, didn't she? Oh yeah, I'll get on there and you can sing to me. Just don't get your finger stuck in a hole. Peg, Lisa, you visibly lost hair. Here's some life coach to you. Wear a hat in the blazing sun so your balding scalp doesn't burn. Why did you not put your sun hat in John's backpack with his lunch and his skipping rope and his furry pencil case? Sassy, if it doesn't make sense, it's a lie. Thanks for doing this, Jules. Life calls, so I'll have to finish later. The Palm Beach has some juicy shit. You're on a roll. Yeah, that's the next one. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it, though. Church of POS. If the grandson was diagnosed with autism, Glenda would be exploiting it. She would be having a pity party with her subs, giving her money. What would she... Yeah, I know what she... But, like, why would she need money? For what? And there's no need for a pity party, but I can absolutely see her doing that. By the way, Glenda probably paid for the dinner because Glenda can write it off as a tax expense since she posted it on her channel. I hate that people get away with that. It's awful. Yeah, you're right. She probably would have said she's the sort that would milk it for all it's worth. If he ever does get diagnosed, I hope they don't tell her, because she'll treat him differently. Wonder, wouldn't you love to be a fly on the wall to hear what those ladies say about Lisa and John when they leave Chanel, YSL or wherever they go shopping? Oh yeah. Melissa, I think this so often. Abbey Road, yes. I bet they're rolling on the floor laughing. Caroline. Well, it's Carolyn, isn't it? Every time she says "and," it's like nails on a chalkboard. She reminds me of an overgrown teenager who's obsessed with clothes and Sex and the City. Yep, that's what she wants to be. An overgrown teenager. Wanda, hey, it's me again. I don't drink anymore, but we should play a drinking game, and every time Lisa says Sex in the City, we have to take a drink. We would be lit, wouldn't we? Be on our asses. I don't like hangovers anymore. Bonnie, we could have a shot of Diet Pepsi straight up. I don't drink either. Yeah, I'm staying with you, I'm going to drink the Pepsi. I'd be on my arse. Can you imagine? It was like when we did the bingo. If anyone wants me to bring that back, let me know. But Sex in the City was the middle square, because it was just, she always said it. I think I had a Carrie square as well. I can't remember now, but that was funny. Claire, the Clampets go to New York. Yes, Lisa obviously wasn't that fussed about this potential project. A dream appointment secured, but she'd rather go shopping. Says it all really, doesn't it? I'd be really pissed if I was John, if I'd set that up and she was fuck-arsing about so they never got there on time. Peg, she translates her husband wanting to get them to the airport on time as screws popping out and steam coming out. Exactly! She over-dramatises it all because she's a mardy-ass little whiny fop. Sharon, holy crap, her skin looks horrendous. She's channeling Tam Mum. Who in New York looks like this? Absolutely no one. Christine, this lunatic wore that dress on the plane. I know. Sorry, but she's a lost cause. What an imbecile. Total. Kay, that fugly bag she took to New York City looked more like a sausage roll. It did. I should tell Lad Baby about it. She should get it, his wife. If you haven't seen Lad Baby, not their whole persona, but a lot of it is based around a sausage roll, Greg's sausage roll. It's a long-standing thing, and they've had, is it 5 Christmas #1s for charity? They've done so well, and they've written books about Greg the sausage roll. It's really funny. Anyway, Peg, how many times has she been to New York? 2, 3, and she's providing an editorial about the state of their trash pickup. I know, idiot. Kay, since hearing Brooke speak, Lisa definitely puts that accent on because it makes her think she's just a plain old southern gal. I've said from the start it's all put on. Peg, wow, that Fendi bag is super gaudy. Where's she going to wear that? And isn't it going to catch on her clothes with all them stupid sequiny different shape shite? Elizabeth, on her next visit to her therapy appointment. Don't you know, every life coach has got one. Classy lady, this is worse than the shopping video. Not a good vibe at all. No laughing, smiling, having fun. Weird dynamic and not in a good way. Yep, there you go. Narcissistic mother. That's what they look like. Zoe, I don't think she even knows where she was. She kept saying she wanted to go to Manhattan. Ugh, the entire island is Manhattan, not just Fifth Avenue. And a doorman is not the same as security. I'm from New York. She said so many things that were wrong. I could go on and on. I bet you were pulling your hair out and screaming at the screen, weren't you, Zoe? I feel your pain, I really do. I just know if she went to London, she'd do the same thing, and I'd be like, nah. Cat Mama, she belongs in Manhattan like a pig needs lipstick. That was hilarious, wasn't it, Elizabeth? Bella, hi Jules, I have barely even started to watch this video yet, and I can't unsee those brown stripes going down her nose. Meanwhile, what about what John wants to do? Maybe he'd like to go somewhere. Why is it always about her and her shopping? That Fendi sequin bag she ended up buying was $5,000, which apparently is chump change to Lisa. Wouldn't the sequins pull, peel, rub at your clothes too? Exactly. Just ask him, because I've never owned a sequined bag, and newsflash, you'll never see her carry that bag. No, of course she won't. Ever. She hates it. She's trying to make out she loves it. She doesn't. Where is she going to take it? To her community pool? Lol. Can you see her nibbling on the toppings of pizzas with her grubby, bony old lady fingers and flinging the scraps across at John to munch on? Yum. Lol. You always say what I'm thinking, Jules. You're hysterical, and I always love your videos. Thank you so much, Bella. But yeah, that bag, I didn't get the point of having different shaped sequins, and they were all wonky and arsified, and I'd said to Jed, I'd spend all fucking day pissing about with them, trying to get them to lie down. It was fugly as hell. YOLO now 5280. John this and John that. John's just an arsehole Republican control freak. He looks like her father. She brags non-stop, and her hubby is so unattractive. They could only stay one night because they're hillbillies and can't cope. I don't think John's near as bad as she makes him out, but I'd love a fly on the wall just to see. Kathleen, as someone who used to work in New York, it's revolting to wear open-toed shoes in NYC. It's a toilet. It's the same with most built-up city-type places, isn't it? I can't imagine walking through central London in flip-flops, to be fair. Cynthia, her videos get worse, but I wait for Jules so that I know I'm not alone in my horror over this bag of worthless humanity. I said weeks ago you cannot make that trip in a day and have the experience she pretends she wanted. The appointment she missed about makeup. The person didn't care that she missed it. She likely has a dozen influencer idiots who think they're special and gonna make a product. Probably. Elizabeth, same old, same old. Go to New York and see all the exciting sights, not spend the day shopping. What flow? The woman is certifiable. Can you imagine bonding with your husband over shopping? Compliments. That's the most important thing to this numpkin. Which New Yorker has the time to stop and stare at Lisa? Exactly. They're busy living their lives, doing their work. Abby, I'm sure John hated New York because his excursion was led by his old lady shopping for more and more crap. Exactly. I bet if it had just been him and Will, they'd have had a whale of a time. Cynthia, Jules, I lived in New York as a kid for 1 year and then visited several times over the years. It's dirty and dangerous and not the place many recall. Lisa is a white trash wannabe and they laugh at her. John is so out of his comfort zone but really wants the designer stores to think he's a billionaire with a younger wife. Lisa's feminine energy. What does the fuck does she pop into a toilet and serve as her guide to keep things from blowing up? Good God, she needs to stop with her idiocy and get some help. That trip was all about a tax write-off and mental illness wrapped in a sad existence. Yep. Elizabeth, the brown line is a vibe. Get with the makeup program, Jules. Am I wrong again? A Mercedes? Track our flight. What a load of garbage. Usually is. How creepy is it to stalk and stare at other women, then recreate their style? I know. And she's always doing it. But she's a fashionista. But she needs to see other people wearing normal day-to-day clothes to know how to wear normal day-to-day clothes. Bay, she's invading their privacy by taking their pictures without their knowledge and posting it on the fucking internet. It's wrong. Abby, I know, I don't like the idea of being watched like that, and she takes photos of strangers and shows them to us. Peg, doesn't she get a clue when she sees people make a mad dash away from her? Deb, it really kooks me out. Deb, to my knowledge, Sweet Issa hasn't been diagnosed as being on the spectrum, but you're right, he does display several attributes. This party was mild compared to the others. You picked up on the huge alcoholic drink that, as a recovering addict, she's not supposed to have, and the amount of food that she put on Junior and Sill's tab. Is that sister-in-law? Jill! It's thing, isn't it? It's making, yeah. Merle will be driving home after consuming alcohol, and she received her favourite bottle of wine as a gift. By the way, that was a hefty tab. Texas Roadhouse is too expensive for most of us. Didn't she know? Doesn't she know that? Oh, but she'll say they paid for it. She couldn't afford that. Because I was going to say, you know, she's playing the poor mouth, and then she's going out and eating like a queen. But she won't say she paid for it. Someone else will have paid for it. It's a great life if you can get it, isn't it? Melissa, how can she be so dumb? Really? How? I don't know. I think she must practice a lot. Peaches. No, Issa has not been so diagnosed as far as we know. And from all the videos, he seems to be a very, very intelligent, polite and well-behaved young fella. Yeah, same as my son. I had people strangers coming up to me in places and saying, I just wanted to tell you your son is the best behaved little boy I've ever seen. And he was. And it's little things, because I'm a mother of two and married to one. I can see it a mile off, but if I'm wrong, I'll be shown wrong. But he's beautiful. They both are wonderful children. She's lucky to have those beautiful grandchildren, because walking out on her family, by right she shouldn't have had any interaction with her daughter or her grandchildren. In my opinion, she lost that privilege the day she walked out on them. JMJ, money is quiet. Real money doesn't flaunt it. They don't need to, but if someone doesn't have, they need to try and convince you they do. Poor John. Isn't it? It's like they say old money's quiet or whatever. Panda, the purchases reflect her fantasy life. I'm certain the McDonald's drive-through employees are impressed. Bonnie, amen. Definitely not old money. Definitely not. Abby, Lisa looks like little Bo Peep who lost a sheep with that hair, cross between an Egyptian mummy and that neck skin flap which moves every time she breathes in is getting worse. It's honestly quite concerning. She looks like she's 62 here, no lie. Ugh. My gosh, sorry, Patriot Angel. My gosh, I've never watched Sex and the City, and I've no desire to. No, me either. This is mean of me, but Sarah Jessica Parker is a hag and wears ugly clothes, in my humble opinion. From what I've seen on commercials or advertisements, I would never ever want to copy her or compare myself to her. Lisa is obviously infatuated with these movie stars and their supposed lifestyles. It's something that pre-teens do, or even high schoolers. I never fashioned myself after anybody. No, me either. My fashion was my fashion. It was me and who I am. She has no idea who she is, none at all. Just blows my mind away that she does not have one unique thought in her little kooky brain. Love you, Jules. Thank you, Patriot Angel. It's so true, though. And she thinks she's everything in a cup of tea, doesn't she? People are hanging on her every word. Bay, those fugly flip-flops she takes everywhere. I've seen dupes of those on Temu or Shein, lol. And they look exactly the same. Lisa and John are so déclassé. Laugh my fucking ass off. Can you imagine John with screws popping out of his head all over the place because the wifey wants to cosplay Sex and the City all day long while in New York? If I were him, I would never go back with her. Snap. And especially like when he'd set up that meeting. No. Fuck off. I'm not doing anything for you now. Trisha, this woman is really unbearable to watch. When she kept saying sex in the city, I was yelling along with you. The way she formed an opinion of New York while spending less than a day there and doing relatively nothing was infuriating. How about going to the top of the rock of the Empire, top of the rock or the Empire State to see an incredible view? How about taking the Staten Island ferry, which is free? Is it? I've always wanted to go and take that and see the Statue of Liberty. And seeing the Statue of Liberty. How about walking through Central Park? She'd never walked that far. Going to a museum. Can you really? Lisa in a museum. Seeing a show or just looking at the incredible architecture. But since all of her travel is based on shopping or conferences, I guess she feels there's no need for anything more. What a complete waste of travel. Exactly. That's probably why John was pissed. He probably thought, well, I've gotten a plane, I've come to New York, I'm going to get to see something, and all he saw was the inside of shops. Matt, wow, she really has no shame or self-awareness at all. No, she doesn't. Just like Lardy. It's weird, isn't it? Bay, is her dress dragging on the ground? Yep. And she doesn't care. Because she'll only wear it a few times and bin it then. Panda, yes, dragging it through the streets of New York, wearing flip-flops as well, clueless to city life. I bet everybody walking past her was like, and she was, oh, everybody loved my dress. No, they're all walking past going, what the actual fuck is she wearing? Sharon Thompson, I'm sorry old John sounds like an ass. Thank God Lisa had her feminine energy to get her through the day with her husband. I don't think he's as bad as she makes him out, but we don't know though, do we? Mamacita, you're on fire today, Jules. Bravo. Just when you think Melissa can't get any more narcissistic, condescending, judgmental, pretentious, moronic and vapid, she amps it up another notch. Idiot. Thanks, Jules, for suffering through this one for our benefit. Love you and God bless you and your family. Same to you, Mamacita. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. Elizabeth, absolutely, Jules. 85. I knew you'd have something to say. What beautiful children, aren't they? Adorable. I bet they'd be great fun to spend time with. Patty cakes, blooming onions are amazing. I love to dip them in ranch dressing. So good. Full of fat, yes, but super yummy. It did look good. It was like, yeah, no, and no one ate it. It was like, why did you order that? No one's eating it. Donate it to another table or parcel it up and send it here. I'd have ate it. Melgados. Mel. Lisa telling us a Mercedes was going to pick them up while being in her builder-grade home. Girl, we know you ain't rich. It'd be great to see her do a trip that she can't deduct expenses from, because that trip was a business trip. Yep, pure and simple. And now I've got, what were they called? Hearsay singing in my head. Elizabeth, Irish background too. Love potatoes and all forms too. Slender drinking is supposed to be a no-no. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's in our DNA, isn't it, Elizabeth? I can't not have potatoes or bread for any extended length of time. I don't care what type 2 diabetes says. Elizabeth, a gator bite is an alligator cut into small pieces and then fried until crispy. Did you hear it, Lisa, though? He's like, oh, it was made out of rattlesnakes. Bless him. Bonnie, that really sounds disgusting. James, this is hysterical because if she actually connected with everyday folk, she would have flown to Newark International Airport in New Jersey and gotten a car service to take her through the Holland or Lincoln Tunnel and would have been in the city within 40 minutes. They obviously flew through LaGuardia or JFK, which are deep set in Queens, and you have to travel all the way through Queens and all the way through Brooklyn, then all the way into Manhattan. But they have no knowledge of the city. If I were coming into the city for a second and I had to go to Nordstrom in that area, I would want to go home too. They look They took absolutely no time to see anything enjoyable. I know, I did. Why? Why didn't they book a weekend? Stupid. There's 101 things I'd want to do in New York. And I know how to cross the road. Elizabeth, slender, never loses her appetite, especially when others are paying. Ain't that true? Woo. James, I will say, and Lisa's defence, where they had to go for Nordstrom, is really not that savoury of a neighbourhood. If they were walking down Fifth Avenue to Times Square, which I assume, since the pandemic and the changes of our mayors through the years, Manhattan is dingy and not fun. There are a lot of trashy stores and closed retail spaces, and the homeless population is skyrocketing. About Greenwich Village and Soho, those are two of my absolute favourite areas as well. I really wish after Nordstrom she would have taken John on a subway ride down to Greenwich Village, and they could have eaten at a cute little French cafe and gone to the mom and pop shops and a record store and just experienced New York for its beauty and historic value. The cool part about the West Village, you'll see people like Sarah Jessica Parker, Kelly Ripa and Andy Cohen, Anderson Cooper just walking around. I'm surprised she didn't want to do that. Oh, she probably will now. Lisa, sometimes you have to remember that by you doing small gestures, it helps your marriage too, honey. You should have looked up a really cool Irish bar. Oh, hell yeah. And let John have a nice pint of beer with the soccer game on in the back before heading to the airport. You had to incorporate something masculine. You don't remember that. That's what she said. I had to dig deep in my feminine energy. I really feel sorry for John. I really do. I'd love to go to an Irish bar in New York. That would be so much fun. Patty, she links John's clothes and shows... Oh, did she? Fuck's sake. And shoes too. She's mentioned his new shirt several times. Poor guy gets one new shirt every few years. Yeah, when was the Oliver party and he had his shark shirts, and now he's got his, what is it, palm trees. Robin, Jules, you made me laugh so many times. Thank you for putting a big smile on my face today. Thank you. I'm so happy I made you laugh. James, why is she dragging him up and down the block to designer stores that she has in her local mall? She did not do anything unique that New York has to offer. What a shame. Her poor husband. Exactly. But that's the thing. We don't have a big one, or we only have a little one in the corner of a thing, and they don't have the same things as they do in the big Nordstroms or whatever. Diane, lovely children, aren't they? Adorable. I'd run away with the pair of them. Very cute. Kelly, imagine a shopping addiction so bad you have to drag your husband along so you can buy more crap. The best thing is he actually goes along with it. Most men hate to shop, especially women's merchandise. The whole thing is pitiful, to say the least. But, I mean, maybe a lot of men don't like shopping, but they'll put up with it, like James said, if they're getting to do something afterwards. You know what I mean? But she didn't. Diane, leave the wee dog alone, you bitch. You want to see the wee dog she manhandled that I've just done? MJ Brownlee, 1022. Kidnap. Let's see that again because it was funny.
So I felt confident that that was him. I didn't feel like he was going to kidnap John and I, but it was just one of those things.
Really? The adventure of the hillbillies in New York. Why on earth would they want to kidnap you and your husband? Out of all those important people in and out of New York every day, they'd want to nap your nap. You're delusional much. Isn't she though? Oh, I was so... What? Really? Shut the fuck up, woman. Peg, I know, right? Kidnap? Really? Why would anyone want to kidnap them? For what? Her way of thinking is so weird. And then she made fun of women who held their bag to them. Oh, they go around looking like they're going to get robbed. I never do that. Yeah, well, you were shitting yourself in New York, though, weren't you, love? Oh, I don't know, I don't like these streets. Where are we, John? It's all weird and scary and I don't know how to cross the road. Deb, it's taking every ounce of energy for Lisa not to say it's too expensive or I can't afford it. If she did, she'd have to put out another video declaring never say that again. Kelly, hey Jules, the reason they euthanize a horse is because they can't lie down for long periods of time to heal the broken leg, and horses don't heal well. Their bone structure is different than other animals, and the constant standing position eliminates healing time. And I know, but true, I hope that helps answer your question. They are beautiful, majestic animals in my humble opinion. Thank you, Kelly. I know, it's just so sad that that's all they can do for them. Just seems so unfair, doesn't it, really? Diane, oh Jules, make her shut up. Oh, if only I could. Ashley, those sequins are going to catch and snag her precious cashmere wrap. Yep, and then it'll be in the bin after she's told everyone else to buy it. Deb, Lisa is a wannabe baller. In the uber wealthy community, the ability to take a round-trip flight to the big city is considered balling. Of course they can afford all the luxuries and have assistants to plan their day, and they don't wear flip-flops or backpacks. There's so much kept going on about John and his backpack, really. It just reminded me of a toddler going off to school here, because they all have backpacks now, because none of them want to carry anything. And you know what it's like when they come out of school. Here you go, Mum! You've got fucking homework and coats and shoes and balls and God knows what other shite they throw at you. So mothers have thought about it and they're like, right, you little fucker, you're going to have a backpack on and carry your own shit. So that's all I could see in my head. Was John and his backpack. Peg, or wear long dresses, dragging on the ground, posing for pics in front of roadway cones. Honestly, this woman is so bizarre. Sassy, she's a sick joke and needs her head examined. She really does. That's what I've said from the start. Can John please take her in and get it done? Ashley, I would get a bagel at Essa and Broadway show and visit some museums and eat dinner at the top of a building. That's what I would do. See the views. Hire some roller skates and roller skate through Central Park. MJ Brownlee, 3355. I wish I was that jean jacket because I'd love to pull Lisa's hair. I remember her whinging about that at the time.
Grabbed my hair in the bag and pulled it. Or I've had Chanel sunglasses that every time I put them on, the side would grab a piece of my hair and then pull it out. Oh my God, that will make you want to slap somebody. So I'm...
Really? Having her hair pulled out with her sunglasses makes her want to slap somebody. User ZJ6. John seems like an OCD pain in the arse. Yep. I've said numerous times that I don't think he's that bad, but we don't know, do we? MJ Brownlee. So, to summarise her trip, she said she had to dig deep because she was exhausted from spending time with your husband. Why? That doesn't sound good to me. Red flag, red flag. Sounds like she low-key bad-mouthing him in her southern feminine way to her audience. Exactly is what she was doing. Sassy, it's taken this long to even show the guy in all his glory. She's run out of other volunteering victims. But that's what she's doing. She's throwing him under the bus, and 9 times out of 10 it's probably her that was in the wrong, but oh no. Other people's husbands do everything for them and you just sit there. Panda. Chanel as an investment should have been purchased 5 years ago. Buy low, sell high. Lisa late to the party. Always is, always will be. Sassy. I question her logic as well, but that's a given. Other ways to launder the investment. She's been listening to us and has to control the narrative of her damaged reputation. Does she think we just fell off the turnip truck? She probably doesn't know what a turnip is. Bonnie, lol, you were so funny when you saw the onion. It was huge though. I've never seen an onion that size. Oh, there's a joke, but you might get offended. I know I'm not going to sell it. James, I enjoyed this video, to be quite honest with you. Lol. And I got really hungry, so did I. And I wanted a mojito, or whatever it was they were drinking. Bonnie, oh my god, another Laurie Beth rationing out her food. Exactly. Oh, this will last me for 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Peg, let's get pizza, John. I'll eat the topping and you eat the crust. What the hell? Doesn't he ever just tell her to F off? I know. You want him to, don't you? It's like, Lisa, go fuck yourself. Deb, commercial airlines are in the business of making money. Anyone well-travelled knows that when there's a delay for weather or mechanical reasons, you should be thankful. The airline, no matter which it is erring on the side of caution, dumbass. A huge thanks to you, Jules. Her stupidity showed in every aspect of this video, didn't it, though? They delayed it. Oh, would you rather be spinning around the fucking tornado? Bonnie, you can come to my house and we'll take you to a roadhouse. Right, you're on. I'm packing as I speak. Wouldn't that be fun? I'd love to be able to get over to America and meet some of you. Moon Fairy, it's really sad that Lisa believes she's a beauty. She looked much better before all the fillers. She was attractive then. I was drinking water and I almost choked while listening to you of your comments. Love your humour. Sending you huge hugs. Sending you huge hugs back. Thank you, Moon Fairy. There is a warning. You're not supposed to be eating and drinking. Bonnie, okay, I think I need to make a list of things I want to say instead of commenting every 3 minutes. What a great way to describe a Prada purse. If it's easier, because I do like that as well. I do like that. She's rubbing off on me. Help! I have to write it when I think of it, otherwise I forget. And it's like, oh, I'll do that, and then you press play again. You're like, oh, I've got something else to say, and it's like, I don't mind if it's lots of little comments or one big comment. It's no difference to me. So whatever's easier for you, Bonnie. And her point with the Mercedes, good grief, I know, showing off. K-pops, who the fuck is dressing like that in public? Embarrassing. And since when is Carrie Bradshaw a role model for anything? That character is a narc as well, of course. Is she? Ah, well, that says a lot. This one was the worst. One of the greatest cities in the world, and they lived close by, but never went as a couple before. And then when they finally did, they went to a shop and embarrassed themselves further by taking cringy photos of themselves. And then they went to another few shops. And then they missed the main appointment for which we had travelled. And then left. And we're meant to listen to every frickin' boring minute detail. Lucky they didn't get kidnapped. What the fuck? Sassy. Oh, she wants to come back and take the Slut in the City tour, but Yawn ain't having it. Kelly, is she gonna name drop you again and pay your expenses? You're that important Floridian celebrity influencer that holds her hand. We know Christine barely tolerates her. She'll need to invite her mama if she really wants her butt wiped. That's the thing though, she's up her mother's hole. Take her. Let John and Big Daddy go golfing. Bonnie, what kind of town does she live in that she can be amazed by road construction and trash cans? And she's going to be a life coach. Sassy, this bumpkin is dissing the Big Apple. What a way to make friends. Laughing my ass off. Exactly. Woohoo! I've got to the top. I'm not even going to look if anything's on the naughty step or come in since I started doing this, because I don't know if I can talk for any longer. So if you got to the end of this mammoth comments section, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.